Damn. Doing my laundry. Son of a. What's going on? It took a little longer. Fuck. There's a lot. Not that it took too long to do my laundry. It was just that it was in the dryer, and I kept dropping shit as I was taking it out. So if you guys don't mind, just give me a couple of seconds here. I'm gonna quickly just fold up my laundry here, if you don't mind. It's been one of those days. I've been on the phone all day. When I say all day, I mean all day, literally. I just hung up the phone with Humberto. I've been on the phone with Humberto for over an hour. Then I was on the phone with Aladdin. Then I was on the phone with, don't make fun of my strawberry underwear. Then I was on the phone, I've been on the phone with her. Then of course I had to watch Shannon's live. I hope Shannon doesn't think I was trying to piss her off. I wasn't trying to piss her off. That wasn't my intention at all, to try to piss her off. It's just that she's got a lead foot. She really does. She seems to be nailing the business part of this real well, with the exception of time management and fuel management. I don't know, I don't know how to break that down to somebody without them being here in front of me, without sitting down across the table and talking to them and showing them, because mathematics don't lie, right? Mathematics don't lie. When it comes to trucking, you can have all of the nicest equipment. You can have the brand new trucks. You can have the nicest brand new trailers. You can have all of that. But if you can't do the math, and if you can't figure out the math, then you're going to have some issues. You're going to have some problems. And it's not that Shannon can't do the math. She can. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. She can do the math. I think, and maybe it's because she's a woman. I'm going to catch shit for this, but maybe it's because she's a woman and it's her internal clock that is constantly running so goddamn fast. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta be there, gotta get there fast, gotta get there fast, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And maybe that's it. Maybe it's as simple as that. And maybe that is partially the reason that, she would rather swap fuel mileage. Woo! She would rather swap fuel mileage for speed. But at the end of the year, and here's the big thing, right? At the end of the year, I will beat you, and I'm not saying I will beat Shannon. I'm saying I will beat anybody in general. If you're going to run, I got to get there, and you're going to run as fast as you can, as much as you can to get there as quickly as you can, and you're going to run balls to the wall and go, and, at the end of the year, let's just say you're going to do maybe 3 more loads than me. I'm still going to make 40 grand a year more than you. And that's just, and again, the math does not lie. And I was coming, sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat, so I don't even know who's in here, but I think I came across today in her chat as a bit of an asshole, and I hope she doesn't think. She knows I adore her. She knows that I adore her, and she knows that I love her very much. But I hope she doesn't think that I was coming across, or I was picking. I was just. It frustrates the shit out of me when you see somebody like that knows better, but just can't I don't know. It's like you can't help yourself. It's like a crack addict, right? She sees the speed limit and she's like, "Oh, I got to go faster." I don't know. I don't know, but I think myself personally, I think I came across a bit as a bit of an asshole today, and that wasn't my intention. It's never my intention to be an asshole. Um, a lot of times you look at it as maybe a teachable moment, right? As a teachable moment, and maybe that's what I was going for. I don't think I succeeded. I think in that moment I failed at the trying to make this a teachable moment and turned it into okay, I'm being an asshole moment. So either way, either way, okay, here, this is it. Either way, I might have been an asshole, but my math was right. My math was right. It was oh well. Anyway, just got a couple more to do here. Sorry, guys. I've had the live set up and ready to go here for like over an hour, right? Mr. B's has probably been like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Right? You've been sitting there for an hour with the screen up, and nobody's done anything. So there's Dodolina's shirt. Anybody seen these? Right? Hugs and Kisses Art Studio. Not a bad shirt, although I can tell by looking at it. I just got it, and this is the first wash, and I can tell you right now, this sucker shrunk. So I think Dar just got a new nightshirt. Or any other ladies, you guys need a nightshirt? I got a free one here. So I've got one thing left here to fold, guys, and then I'll be right with you. Again, I apologize. No, I don't. I don't apologize. I got shit to do. And if it means I got to do my live while I'm folding my laundry, well, I got to go live while folding my laundry. There we go. Son of a bitch, eh? Oh! Pull the shorts up. There we go. Holy shit, eh? Oh. So I opted to, let's see if I get this straight here. Sorry, guys. Let me get this a little. How's that? A little better? Got a little better? There we go. So I opted to do it inside. I've been sitting in my truck a lot. I've been doing a lot of sitting around in the truck and doing 36-hour resets in your truck all the time. Believe me, it is a pain in the ass, and it does get tiresome. You can only do so much. Like the company that I'm with here is very good. They do have company vehicles here on site. I can go jump in a pickup here and go into town and do my grocery shopping, go to a movie, go do whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I've got that option, but there's only so much you can do. There really is. There's only so much you can do. So these 36s, it's starting to get a little monotonous. I've cleaned the inside of my truck. I've now done my laundry. I did my groceries yesterday. What else? I mean, I watched an entire season of, what did I watch? I watched it yesterday, an entire season of the third season of The Lincoln Lawyer. Anybody seen this show? There's a movie and it's got Matthew McConaughey in it. If you've got a chance to go watch the movie, go watch the movie. It's an excellent movie. But the show is on now. They just released the third season this week. I watched the whole thing yesterday. I mean, the whole thing. And it was like, okay. So then that on top of I quit smoking. So now I've quit smoking and I'm munching on if it's not nailed down, I've been munching on it. Now I mentioned it in Shannon's chat earlier. I've put some weight back on. Now you can't tell through the shoulders or through the arms and everything, but I've got, where I was down at about 215 pounds, I notice, you wouldn't notice it to look at me, but if I took my shirt off and I'm looking in the mirror, I noticed the difference just a little bit around the stomach. I would say I've probably put maybe 8 or 9 pounds back on. And that's just pure. I quit smoking. Nicotine withdrawal for me was absolutely horrible. And I was eating everything in sight. Everything in sight. Like in the span of 3 days, I ate everything in my truck, all of my provisions. I went grocery shopping and I did my whole grocery shopping for the week. By Wednesday, I was out of food. Out of food. Done. I mean, and I don't have any fucking teeth, but I was chewing my fingernails. So yeah, it's been pretty bad. Yesterday would have been 2 weeks. Saturday was 2 weeks that without it. So the curb on the nicotine cravings is pretty much gone. Okay, is gone. What it is now, it's the fidgety, right? It's the fidgety. It's the, always reaching for that cigar, and so it's finding other shit to do and keeping, while I'm working, keeping food out of my hands and keeping it away from me. That is the problem that I'm experiencing. The discipline, let's just call it the discipline. Okay. The discipline of keeping, the food away from me and knowing that it's not good for me and knowing that it's going to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm no stranger to this. Okay. I've got my demons and I've got my addictions. I've recovered from drug addiction. I've recovered from alcoholism addiction. I've recovered from, as a joke this morning, I said in Shannon's live, I said, the only thing I got left, the only addictions I got left are swearing and sex. And God damn it, I'm going to miss that fucking woman. Right. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. But I'm no stranger to fighting addiction. This one here is by far one of the toughest ones. Because once the nicotine is gone, the fidgety habit is going, and I want to eat or drink, or like I've had to knock off the Dr. Peppers, because if I stick with just Dr. Pepper alone, I'd be drinking like 20 of them in a day, right? I've had to switch my craving or my drink craving, or replace the Dr. Pepper. I've had to replace it with bubbly. Or I'm buying 4-liter jugs of water, right? 4-liter jugs of water. So I'm drinking fucking 2 cases of bubbly. Excuse me. I'm drinking 2 cases of bubbly and a 4-liter jug of water every couple of days. And it's like, oh, this is starting to kill me. Financially, it's starting to kill me, but it is working. It is working. I'm estimating. And Dar was right today, because this weekend, I'll be honest with you, this weekend I did squat. I did jack shit this weekend. I sat around the truck. I haven't done any of my exercising. I haven't done any of the workouts that I've been doing over the last few months, the maintenance or anything like that. I've done nothing this weekend, and last weekend. You know what? It was just, I think, feeling sorry for myself. I was easier just to wrap myself up in my bed and grab my iPad and watch movies and munch and eat everything and feel sorry for myself than it was to actually go out and do the work I need to do to maintain my health, to get through this addiction, to get through this problem. And it's funny because I was talking with Dara this morning, and we were talking about business, and we were talking about something. And I said to her, she said, well, why do we want to do this if it's going to be a problem? And I didn't mean to, I think I kind of snapped at her, but I didn't mean to, and I didn't really snap. But what the impression, or the message I was trying to get is, just because it's a problem doesn't mean that you don't do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because it's a problem doesn't mean you don't do it. What do you do if you got a problem? You run into a problem. What do you guys do? I've said it to you 100,000 times. What do? You identify the problem. You adapt. You improvise, and then you overcome. Okay? That is what you do with a problem. That is what you do with a problem. And that's what we've always done. Dar and I have always done that in the trucking business, in this business, right? Exactly, Moto. You whip the shit out of it. You kick the living fuck out of that problem, man. You know, that's what you do. And so when I come forward with a problem, and that's how I have to. Sometimes it's easier to give that advice than it is to necessarily take that advice. Do you know what I'm saying? It really is. I can say that, but it's not always easiest to do it. So when it comes to eating correctly, doing a little bit of exercise and cardio, and stop smoking, you know, it's a lot easier to say, oh yeah, here we adapt, we overcome, we improvise, than it is to just crawl into my bed, grab my bag of fucking Doritos, my two jars of wine gums, my 4 giant chocolate bars of dairy milk, you know, all of that kind of stuff. It's easier just to get in to take care of all that than it is than to do anything else. I refuse all advice from this day further. Done. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. Sign me up for that. I refuse. How about this, Sterling? I refuse to give advice to anybody from this day going forward. How about that? How about that? I don't, you know, and that's where I kind of fell. I think again, where I kind of fell flat with Shannon's live this morning. My advice was not asked for. It was it was unsolicited, and I think I hurt her feelings. Inspirational striped lizard. Damn, you guys are coming up with some really good names these days. You really, really are, man. So you know what? I'm said what I've said. You know, I really don't got a whole lot. I'm going live today just because it's Sunday afternoon. Shannon banged off a couple of really good hours on her live this morning. I enjoyed that. I was in and out, taking phone calls and doing things and shit like that. So I just thought I'd go live, say hi. And it looks like we got a full house here today. We got about 86, 87 people in here right now. That's awesome. If you guys got anything you want to talk about, no talking about politics. You know what, Bob? We can do a little politicking. I'm making up my own language now, Bob. We can do a little bit of politicking. How about that? Smoke some green. Man, are you kidding me? I can't smoke green. I'm liable to drug testing. I got to cross a border, so I cannot work on the green. On top of that, brother, I'm a recovered drug addict. I've been clean and sober for 31 years. So you think I'm going to smoke a joint and blow 31 years of sobriety just because I can? It's funny that when I quit drinking and when I quit doing drugs, it was illegal. Like a gram of weed would get you 90 days back in 1993. Right? You'd go to jail for having a gram of weed. Now you can get caught with a fucking key. And as long as you can prove that it's personal consumption, baby, go with it, you know? And just because it's legal and just because I can doesn't mean that I should. So I'm smoking one for you. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Knock yourself out. Hopefully it's good shit. It's one thing I can say that I cannot you know what, trash animal? If the weed today is better than the shit we had back then, I couldn't tell you, man. I really couldn't tell you. The stuff we had back then was pretty good. But I've got nothing to compare it to what, like, say, for example, what my kids are smoking today. Although I'll tell you this, the shit my kids are smoking, damn, man, let me tell you, it smells good. It smells good. You know what? It's easier, if you guys don't mind, it is easier for me just to pull your comments off of this. And you guys are just going at 200 miles an hour. What's your opinion on EV semi trucks? It's the future. It is the future. There's nothing we can do about it. Sterling, as we were talking earlier, it's coming. You can't stop it. It's coming. You're asking my opinion. I don't like it. I will not get on board with it. I am not getting on board with the electronic or the EV vehicles, whether they be cars, trucks, bikes, nothing. I'm not getting involved with it. I won't participate in it. I am ignorant to the fact that I will refuse to drive a vehicle or ride a vehicle where I cannot be guaranteed to be able to fuel that vehicle. You know, where the government, or say the state or the province or the whatever, the governing body is laying down a rule saying that you have no choice, you have to drive these vehicles, but yet you can't charge them. There's not adequate charging for them. I can take my Hellcat or a Hellcat, and I can take it anywhere, and I can drive it. I can drive it for 3 hours and drain that tank dry, and go fill the fucking fuel tank anywhere. Like that. Like that. Can you do that with an EV vehicle? No, you can't do that. You can't drive from California to New York as efficiently as you can in a gasoline vehicle, right? Or maybe a little more, maybe not efficiently is not the right word. Sorry, conveniently. It won't be as convenient. You'll be in California. You can go from California, Los Angeles, California, all the way to New York City, straight line, gone. Stop along the way because you need gas. You've got an EV, you're going to be doing this up and down the highways going for your chargers, because you won't have chargers just along that route. They'll be all over the place. So do I have any faith in it? No. When I have to, and I've given this example before, and I stand by this. Let's take the Iowa 80. Everybody knows where the Iowa 80 truck stop is, right? World's largest truck stop, parks 900 trucks. Now, let's just say you take 1/3 of that and you convert that to EV, right? So you've got 300, that's 300, right? 300. If you were to plug in 300 trucks at the Iowa 80, which is in Wolcott, Iowa, okay? You plug in 300 vehicles, you're going to crash the power grid in Wolcott. You're going to crash the power grid in Davenport, the nearest major city. The next city basically attached to Davenport is Rock Island, Illinois. And the lights are going to be flickering off and on in Des Moines. So how do you suppose that we do this, folks? How do you suppose we deal with this? What do we do? Because it's going to take 50 years to dig up the land, to lay the lines, to put the infrastructure in. It's going to take 50 to 60 years to do it. And yet, 50 to 60 years, but yet they're mandating it for 2035. Okay, 2035. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's a question I ask. Solar power, solar is unreliable. Wind turbines, 5-year lifespan on a turbine. And then what are you going to do with the turbine? Razzie, what do you do with the turbine? Right? 5-year lifespan on one of those big, those fucking multi-million-dollar turbines. I pulled them. I've actually pulled those things and taken them out to the field and put them up. I didn't put them up, but you know what I mean? I pulled them. 5-year lifespan. So what do you do with it when it's done? You can't, they can't take them apart, right? They can't burn them. They can't throw them out. They basically got to disassemble them and bury them. It's not efficient. On top of that, let's go back to the EV. Okay, let's go back to the EV. I agree. Okay, turbines last forever. Adam, you're on crack. That's a motor. That's an electronic motor at the top of that. It eventually wears out. 5 years. That motor wears out. That thing spins 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the most part. 5 years is all they last. But anyway, let's go back to the EVs. Every single one of these EVs has batteries. Buck 2020 24, attaboy. So you take these batteries. Now you got the batteries. What is the carbon footprint that has been put down with the creation of a battery? Does anybody know? All these fucking liberal fucktards know about is that once the battery gets to where it's go, they put it in the car, and then the car is efficient. Great. I got no problem with that. That's a good point. Fantastic. Congratulations. Okay. Awesome. Wonderful. I'm happy for you. But what is the carbon footprint of making that battery? The Watcher 389 going, you're walking down the right path. Razzy's World, dude, shut up. No. Prove me wrong. Tell me don't tell me to shut up and not tell me why. You don't like what I'm saying? Tell me what I'm saying that's wrong. Tell me what I'm saying that you don't like. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong, and I'll apologize, and I'll adjust my thinking. But telling me to, dude, shut up, leave. You don't like what I'm saying? The carbon footprint on a battery, cobalt mining, right? Have you ever seen the machines, those big cats machines? Those, what are those, 324s or whatever those? Right? Have you ever seen those machines that they're using to pull the cobalt out of the ground? From there, it goes to a processing plant, all run, and this is all run on diesel or on fossil fuel, right? On burning, everything. So you've got the machines taking it out of the ground, burning fuel. You got the plant to process it, fuel. It then goes on another truck to go to the port, okay, fuel. It then goes on a boat. Do you know how much fucking diesel a goddamn clunker boat, one of those clunker boats, burns off an hour? So then it goes on a boat, brings it over to us, fuel, diesel fuel. It then comes off the boat at a port, goes onto another truck. Okay, you guys get the point here, right? You guys get the point. So the footprint that battery, by the time they drop that battery into that car, the fucking carbon footprint is so big that car could be on the road for 30 years and never make up the difference of what the carbon footprint was for that battery just to go from over there to here. Okay? The carbon footprint on the battery alone, the car, the life cycle and lifespan of that car cannot make up the difference. So at the end of the day, what am I saying here? Suck my dick with these EVs. I'm not convinced. That's it. If somebody like me can sit here and do this and figure this out, follow the trail, look at how it works, you know, and come to you and go, okay, so how long does a Tesla last? Or any of these new EVs? What is the lifespan on one of these fucking things? I don't know. I'm asking you guys. Anybody got one? Anybody got one? What's the fucking lifespan? Anybody here got a fucking Tesla over 10 years old? Anybody? I don't know. Even still, if you've got a Tesla that's over 10 years old, I still guarantee you, the carbon footprint of that battery to get into that car has not made it back. There you go. It's entirely up to you how you want to believe it, right? How are you, mate? Good to see you, Alvin. Good to see you, man. Rig Pig, good to see you. Facebook news ain't mostly right either. I don't participate in Facebook. I really don't. Plays on the freeway, good to see you. There is no green power source. No, you know what? You want to know something, Freeway? You're almost correct. You're almost correct. I think, and this is just my opinion. Okay, I'm not pulling this from any kind of stats, or I'm not pulling this from anywhere. My opinion, I think, if I was like, for example, when Dar and I are looking for a piece of property to build a house on, I want a piece of property that has first of all, that is off the power grid, that I can go with solar, but I also want a piece of property that has a river running through it. A river running through it, and the river has to be wide enough and deep enough that it does not freeze. Because I'm going to drop a hydroelectric motor into that river that will generate my electricity for my house. That is probably about as close to freeway as a green power source as I can come up with. Honestly. Solar panels, eventually they do wear out. They do stop working. They lose their ability to absorb the heat and they absorb electricity and do their job. And then they have to be scrapped. Solar panels do not last forever, just like, turbines. They do have a shelf life. Same with, I guess, that turbine, if I want to drop it in a river, that electric turbine, it's going to have a shelf life. Everything's going to have a shelf life. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So are you correct? Are you correct? Freeway, I think you're correct. For as far as I can tell, there is no 100% green source of electricity, source of energy, source of a way of generating electricity. You might have it. You might have it. Nuclear power, St. Dave, you know what? I think you're it. But now you have to look at cost. Okay, St. Dave, is it feasible that you have a nuclear power generating station on your property? Right? Or is it feasible that every small town has a nuclear power generating station? You have to look at the finance and feasibility of it. Is nuclear energy feasible? Yes. Is it reliable? Yes. Is it clean? Yes. After 25 years, the rod's got to be pulled and they get buried deep in the ground, and it's got to be, the plant gets an overhaul. But is it something that can be done? Sure. But if you have to look at it, can you do it and put a nuclear power plant in every small town across America? Hell no. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. Don't ask me how much it costs to do for a nuclear power generating system, a nuclear power plant. I don't know. Probably more than you and I make. Simple as that. Our accountant had an i8 BMW battery change was required. She wasn't willing to pay the $10,000, so she traded in for a 570 McLaren. First time I got to drive a McLaren. From what I understand is if you've got, say, for example, a Tesla and it's over 3 years old and the battery shits the bed, the battery replacement is going to cost you more than what the car is worth. Scrap the car. You scrap the car. Right now, I don't know personally anybody that's done that, but I do know that it's been done. You want to talk?
No.
You want to say something? It's a podcast.
Hi.
It's one of our drivers. So he just took I got my iPad leaning on a stack of towels. He just swiped it. He just swiped the towel. So. Anyway, I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I can't remember what the hell for large areas is good. Technology is better now, not as much waste. And then what happens to all the old massive batteries? Well, here's the thing, Trout. All these batteries that we're running right now, right? All these batteries that we're running right now. So you think about, I don't know how many Teslas there are out on the road right now. I don't have a clue. Don't give a fuck either. But think about how many there are. Okay. When all of those die, reach the end of their lifespan, what do you do with them? I don't know. I'm asking. Okay. Are these batteries recyclable? Can they be taken apart and reused for other shit? I don't know. It's one of those areas I don't know about. What do you do with these batteries? I do know that for a short time, that they were just being dumped into landfills, or new landfills were being created just for them. What do you do with them? So now we've got another problem. We've got landfills for our regular waste. We got landfills for our recyclable waste, and now we've got another landfill for our batteries. I don't know. That's out of the realm of my scope of experience or what I know. I'm referring to nuclear power. Tesla and other EVs are not long term. I believe in hydrogen as a better option. Okay, let's go with that, Dave. St. Dave. Let's go with hydrogen as a better option. As a power source, so let's say powering your home. They've already got hydrogen, liquid hydrogen vehicles. Up here in Canada, we've got a trucking company up here that's, for the last, I don't know, 7 years, I think they got about a third of their fleet that they converted over to hydrogen. Can't get it to work. It's not that they can't get it to work. They can't get it to work financially, right? Can you run a truck on liquid hydrogen? Yes. Is it clean? Absolutely. But can you get the horsepower and the fuel mileage required out of it to do the job that you need? No. And that's the problem they're getting, right? They can't hydrogen cannot give through a combustion engine cannot produce the same bang for buck that say diesel can or even gasoline can, right? You're going to get a much cleaner burn with hydrogen, but you will not get as big a burn with hydrogen. And that's the problem you've got. The other problem you've got, again, is where are you fueling these trucks? This isn't, I'm not making this part. This part I know. The company up here, the name is CAT, C-A-T, okay? And they were running loads out of Napanee, Ontario, down to San Antonio, okay? It was 4 days from there to San Antonio. 4 days. I do that in 3, okay? I do it in 3 in my truck. They're doing it in 4, and that's at the end of 4 full days. Why? Because I stop for fuel. It's 1,900 miles, right? Ballpark in 1,900 miles, 18 to 1,900 miles. I can do that nonstop on one tank of fuel, right? They got to stop 3 times. They got to stop 3 times and fill that truck with hydrogen, and they got to go out of their way to get it. It's not on every street corner like diesel is. So there are ideas of how and what. Making the infrastructure work for it, that's the problem. Hydrogen fuel cells are more efficient for power generation, but hydrogen is also much less dense as a fuel, and you need bigger fuel tanks. Bigger fuel tanks. Okay. Also, you don't want to be around when one of those fuckers goes off. You ever seen a hydrogen tank blow? I haven't personally. I've never stood there and seen it happen, but I've seen one. I've seen a video of what was it? It wasn't a T800. It was a day cab. It was a T600 or a T6 660 or something, day cab, but it was had the hydrogen pack on the back of it and everything like that. Something went wrong and that fucking thing blew up. It blew up. It was gone. Like there was like 10 wheels and a frame sitting on the ground. There was nothing left of that. They found pieces of that truck almost half a mile from where it blew. Fred Durst. What's up, dude? Tube Stormer, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for banging. Hey, Vlad, Russian fanboy, or just for the meme? What the hell are you talking about? They can't have a 360 digger charging, losing money. That's a good point. Hydrogen takes a lot of energy to create. You know what, Sterling, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's just a matter of, okay, here. It doesn't matter what the fuel source we're looking at, whether it be nuclear, hydrogen, fucking propane. They got propane vehicles, diesel, gasoline. Fuck, I don't care. Wind power, turbine, solar, battery. Whatever you can come up with, there are going to be downfalls or side effects to that. And there's no two ways about it. It doesn't matter which one you pick. There's going to be some little group over here going, yeah, but if you do this, then you're going to have to deal with this. It does not matter. So what do? That's why America is worldly famous for having a committee on fucking everything. Oh, we've got a committee on nuclear power and how efficient and how to use it efficiently and how to make it more efficient. Oh, we've got a committee on diesel power and how to make it more efficient and how to use it. We've got you fuckers got a committee on it. Don't get me wrong, Canada does too. But there's a committee for everything. There is probably a committee being formed right now to shut me the fuck up because, somebody doesn't like the fact that I'm talking about, reusable, renewable, whatever power. Who fucking knows? Really, who fucking knows? Sorry, I just don't want this one here was still a little wet. It's my pillowcase. It's one of my pillowcases. That's how I actually carry my laundry in and out from the truck. I put the dirty laundry in the pillowcase, put the laundry in the washing machine, throw the pillowcase in with it, and but now I got to fold. All my laundry is folded up, but I got to put it back in the pillowcase, and I don't want it to be I don't want it to be damp. Technically even. True. You know what? Good call. You're absolutely right. Technically, you're even. Hold on a second here. You guys got some interesting shit going on in here. Yeah, well. Lord of the Pancakes. Dude, what did it take you to come up with that name? You can't be swearing on here using the F word. It's against YouTube's community guidelines policy. Well, fuck, I didn't know that. Nobody fucking told me that. I wish somebody would have fucking wrote it down and submitted it so I knew. Unfortunately, I didn't get that memo. Lord of the Pancakes. I didn't get the memo. I'm in hydro excavation for work, and it's impossible in my area to use electric vehicles. Can't run the vehicles for long enough to get the job done and make it back to the yard. That's St. Dave. That's a really good comment. That's a good point as well. In trucking, what we're finding right now. Now, the company I'm with isn't doing this, okay? But I do know that the company I was with before this, they're doing it. And a couple other companies are doing it as well. Is they're trying it out with the EVs for local work. So let's just say the day cab will be fully charged in the morning. The guy gets in it, he takes his trailer and he runs around the city. And we'll use Toronto as an example. He'll run around the city in the morning doing all the deliveries. And then in the afternoon, he reloads the trailer with LTL and brings it back to the yard, right? And then he'll go back out and do a little bit more. And they're able to do that on one charge, right? They're able to get 300 miles out of a charge comfortably. So they're doing that. So, and for that, I can say, hey, you know what? Great idea. I agree with that. Great idea. If you can get an EV vehicle, like an electric vehicle, truck to do all your local work, that'll produce a lot less combustion, a lot less air pollution in the major cities. Fine, great, knock yourself out. I still don't agree with it because of, like I said, the footprint that those batteries are leaving. But let's forget about that for a second. The local work that the companies are doing, and they're having some success with it. The electric trucks can run around the city all morning doing the deliveries and all afternoon, and then making their pickups and then getting back to the yard. And then they park their truck for the evening, plug it in overnight, and then it's good to go the next day. Is that a good thing? I agree. I think that'll work. But is it good for long-term, down the road, cross country, doing what we do, going cross country? No. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Satanism. Oh, seeks to destroy the USA. Trump is a Mason. However, he pretends to have some values and make good choices. Well, Evan, that's a hell of a thing to say. Don't know. Don't care. I'm Canadian. What Trump does is, it's not like I can vote for him or I can't. So, $5 super chat. $5 super chat from Sterling. Look at that, eh? That's what's that? $20, $24.50 Canadian. The only correct answer to the future of energy is to increase efficiency and reduce dependency. Anything else is propaganda. You know what? That's a really good statement, Sterling. It really is a good statement. 350 million Americans want to know, how do you reduce dependency? Increase efficiency, they can do that. They choose not to do it at this time, but they can do it. Okay? But how do you reduce dependency? 350 million Americans. How do you reduce the dependency? I agree with your statement. How do you do it? How do you, like, what switch do you flick? Which trigger do you pull? How do you do something like that? Hello, handsome Brian. Hey, Dewana, good to see you. Member for 4 months. I appreciate that. That's our girl, Dewana. Please, what the hell was I about to say? I'm looking at what the fuck's going on here. Sorry, Sterling just threw me for a loop. Sterling just gifted 5 memberships. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Anyway, great to see you, Dewana. Thank you for being here. Yep, global warming lies are taking up our rights and affecting all of our lives. Evan, it's not just that. It's not just that. Like we could walk a real big line here right now and go, all right, global warming and global this and global that. And then where's that going to lead us, Evan? That's going to lead us to politics and government. We know that. We know that. And by doing so, it's going to lead us into a shit show. I'll be honest with you, it will. Or at least it'll lead me into a shit show. Wish I could become a member, but I can't figure out how on my iPhone. I think you need to do it on your laptop. Freeway. I think you need to learn. Not learn. I think you need to do it on your laptop. I don't know. Every time I've wanted to be somebody, like I think I'm a member on Sterling's channel. I phone Dar and go, hey, do me a favor, get me a membership on Sterling, or get me a membership. I think I'm a member of Shannon Thomas as well. So get me a membership on that one. So I don't know. I don't know. Looks like Sterling, looks like Bastard is now a member. Rig Pig's a member. Chasing Ghost is a member. Darren Beatty is a member. And Theothermy 11? Okay. You guys are all now members. Nice. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate that, Sterling. I do. Need to be a fuel source. Need to be a fuel source that's renewable, where hydrogen, wood, bio, and even electric. A big problem is that gasoline is a very dense fuel source, and we really don't have anything as good. You know what? Again, agreed. But think about that, Trout. What's the answer here? Right? Give me the answer. Obama can beat the shit out of Trump. Well, Selin, whether you know it or not, Obama's been running your country for the last 5 years. Whether you know it or not. So, you know. Yeah. Why do you think every politician, when they're finished, every president, when he's finished being president and he leaves office, he gets the fuck out of Washington so fast your head spins. Trump moved 2 blocks down from the White House. Or not Trump, sorry, Obama. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Because he's still running your country. He's still running the Democratic Party, and he's still running your fucking country. If you guys don't know it, if it's taking a Canadian to tell you this and explain this to you, open your eyes, man. Open your eyes. and I've said this to you before, okay? This election right now, do they care? Do the Democrats care about it? Yeah, they care about it. But do they know they're going to probably lose? Yeah, they probably know. They're already fucking at the 28 election, man. And guess who their primary candidate is going to be? Hey, guess who their primary candidate is going to be in 2028? If you guys don't know, put it in the chat. Who's going to be the primary Democratic fucking candidate in 2028? She is already being groomed for it. It's a woman. She's already being groomed for it. She's been being groomed for it for the last 2-3 years. She's going to be the next candidate for the Democratic Party come 2028. Michelle Obama. Guys, come on, USA. You guys got to figure this out. Okay, here we go. Lisa O, open your eyes, dude. It's not making sense. I don't like either candidate, but you're talking goofiness. Tell me what I'm talking about then. Lisa, I respect the fact that you said that. I do. I respect the fact that you have an opinion and that you are willing to say it. Tell me what I'm saying that's goofiness. Don't tell me, hey, man, you're talking stupid. Tell me what it is. What is it that I'm saying that's stupid? Tell me what it is that I'm saying that's wrong. Tell me what you disagree with. It's one thing in society, and this is why wars start and problems start and fights start, because people call each other fucking names, but, you know, and then they walk away and everybody has hurt feelings, everybody gets butt hurt, and then we got snowflakes left, right, whatever. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why your opinion or why you think you are correct. If you are, Lisa, I will stand corrected and correct myself. I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest fucking guy in the world. If you've got something and you know it and I don't, please share it. I'm more than willing to learn. But be prepared, Lisa, that if you do, I'm going to come back to you with what I'm going to say, and it's my opinion, and I have that right. And you may not like it. And just like I don't agree with what you're saying. I don't have to agree with you. I will respect you, and I will appreciate the fact that you're saying something. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like it. Just like you don't have to say, just like you don't have to agree with or like everything that I'm saying. Mike Obama, you're right. Mike Obama, I disagree on everything you telling me, Brian. I disagree on everything you telling, Brian. Ha, ha, ha. All right, well, speak up there, Humberto the rookie trucker. I didn't call you a name. I said you are talking goofiness. Oh, no, okay, I get that, Lisa. I didn't say you were calling me names. And if I said that, I apologize. And all I'm saying to you is tell me why you think I'm wrong. Or why am I talking goofiness? What is it that I've said here about all I basically said is I said the Democratic Party the Democratic Party's next electoral leader will be for the 2028 election will be Michelle Obama. Why is that goofiness? And tell me why it would be wrong. Trump winning this, hell yes. Yeah, Trump is going to win this. He is. Come on. Your opinions don't mean squat to me. Well, you know what, Lord of the Pancakes? That is awesome. Awesome. My opinion doesn't mean jack shit to you. That's great, but it's my opinion and I'm entitled to it, just like you're entitled to whatever you want. I appreciate that. I will respect that. I don't have to agree with you and you don't have to agree with me. That's fine, but it doesn't mean you have to be my enemy. Lisa, you sound like my kind of woman, interested in the same hot candle wax on your nipples. There you go, Chicken Hawk. Leave it to Chicken Hawk to bring the nipples into the conversation, eh? Always the nipples. I already voted for Harris 5 times. Atta boy. Sure, you can say whatever you want. I didn't say you couldn't. Doesn't mean it's true. Absolutely, Lisa. But if you look at what's going on in Washington and you look at the way the party is behaving and the people that are moving about the party and what they're doing, okay, and it's not fucking Biden, because technically he's still your president, right? It's not Biden, it's not Harris. Who's pulling all the strings in the background, behind the scenes? Who's pulling all the strings? That's Obama. That's Obama. I didn't say this. A couple of other senators have already called that out. I didn't make that up. If Obama has already done his 8 years and he's still running your country, damn, that sucks. Pew pew. Kamala as president will be a comedy show for us non-Americans. Well, pew pew pew, no more than fucking having Trudeau as a prime minister for us, right? Really? I really wish more people had your approach to debate. We need more nuance in life. I got no problem talking to anybody about anything. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, I got no problem with that. I truly don't. I got no problem with the fact that I am more than willing to learn from you, Trout. I'm willing to learn from you. I'm willing to learn from Lisa. I'm willing to learn from anybody. Don't tell me that I'm wrong and tell me that I'm stupid. If you're telling me I'm wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. That's how I'll learn, and that's how I'll respect you for it. I'll appreciate it. Too many people come onto these chats, right? Too many people come on these chats and go, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, tell me what I'm talking about. Tell me what I don't know what I'm talking about. It's easier for you to flip these shorts right now and put your five word comment in there, go shut the fuck up or go fuck away or whatever. It's easier for you to do that and get your name on here. And if you do, that's great. Thank you for the view. I'll take the view, right? And I'll take the algorithm hit on your comment. I appreciate that as well. Keep it coming. But tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm mistaken. Tell me why you know what? If you want to call me an idiot, great. Call me a fucking idiot. You're entitled to it, but tell me why I'm being an idiot. That's all I ask. If you think you can do that, I'll sit here all fucking night debating all of you. I may lose some of the debates. That's fine. I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win every fucking argument or every debate that I'm having. I'm not going to win. I know that going in. There are people out here. There's people in this chat a lot fucking smarter than I am. I'm not going to win every debate, but I will learn something, and I'm willing to learn. But I am gonna give you what I have. I'm gonna give you what I know, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That's why I'm saying, okay, a Tolga. I totally forgot about Tolga. Everybody must know that Tolga is going to be the first dictator of the observable universe. Okay, just so we know this. And he's going to fix all of these issues since years 22, 24. With people thinking that I'm joking. No, I wouldn't be surprised if before I die, Tolga is the dictator of the universe. I think saying Obama running the country is an unfounded and or hyperbolic claim. Why? Have you not? Is this the first time True Blue? Is this the first time you've heard me say that, or is this the first? Am I the first person you've heard say that? Let's start with that. We'll go up the steps here, okay? Am I the first person you've ever heard say that? If I am, I'm going to tell you honestly, get off of here right now and start looking around, start Googling and start looking into some of the right places. And you'll see that I'm not the first one to say this. Okay. I'm not. He may or may not win. Who knows? I suspect he's going to win. I suspect if he doesn't win, there's going to be a civil war. Do you think, the Obamas believe they are doing right by the U.S.? I don't think Obamas are doing it for money. They don't need money. I don't think they're doing it necessarily for power. So do I think that they believe in what they're doing? Yes. Does it coincide with what's best for the country? Again, this is my opinion. No. right? No, it doesn't. In my opinion, no, it doesn't. Does it coincide with what the world, let's just say what the World Economic Forum or the direction of the World Economic Forum, does it fall into play with what direction they're going? Yes. Are there bigger and other powers in play here other than the Obamas or the president or the prime minister? Yes. You guys don't know this? You can't see this? Well, we all need to get away from storing the fuel like hydrogen. We need to produce it on board. That can be done, Kev, as far as I know. You can produce, a moving vehicle can produce its own hydrogen. 91 people in the chat. Please hit the like. I would appreciate it. Hit the like button, says Camille. I would appreciate it. Michelle and what is that? Buttigieg? Okay. Hey, Lisa, while out, you're getting yourself the heart attack. You know what? Leave Lisa alone. She's entitled to what she wants to say. She's entitled to think to whatever she wants to think. It doesn't have to be the same as me. It doesn't have to be the same as you. Here we go. Jersey Mike just proved my point. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. Jersey Mike, tell me why I'm an idiot. Why? Because I'm saying something here you don't agree with? Tell me why I'm an idiot. Step up. Step up. Do better. You need to do better, Jersey Mike. Let's do this. Let's go and look at Jersey Mike. Okay, let's see if Jersey Mike has a channel. I suspect he does not. Right? I suspect that he does not. It looks like somebody, hold on. Oh, so look at that. Somebody else said, George Dickinson says I'm gay. Ooh, that hurt my feelings. Jersey Mike, where are you here, buddy? Oh, am I that far behind in the comments? No, not really. Either way, I can't find you on here. But Jersey Mike's got an opinion, and that I'm an idiot. So he's entitled to put that right up there, Jersey Mike. If you're still in here, I'd be happy to listen to why you think I'm an idiot. Spit it out. It's entirely up to you. Liz Cheney backing Harris is all you need to know. Yeah, Rolf, that's not a bad point. Do I have proof for that claim? Which senator said that? True Blue? Go find that out for yourself. Biden is in a nursing home shitting his pants. I don't even think he's in a nursing home. I think he's done. I think he's in a hospital with fucking tubes, brains flat, done. Just came in a few minutes ago, but heard you saying something about Biden controlling politics before he was even in office. Also, if Michelle wanted to run, she would already be running now. No. They're not going to pit her against Trump right now. No, it's not going to happen. They've been grooming her for the last 2-3 years. Trump came back in. He's going to run his next 4 years if he wins. And then once Trump is out of the way, then Michelle will have a clean shot at it. I promise you the Democrats are going to win the next election after this one. Republicans will not win the election in 2028. Democrats will, and it's going to be with Michelle Obama. Drew, politicians are just puppets. Look it up. I agree. You don't have to look that up. All you have to do is look around. Okay. It's funny. I heard it said years ago, and it was one of the Kennedys. There's so many of these goddamn fuckers. I don't know which one said it, but one of the Kennedys said, the politicians are not the men with the power. It is the people working for them, all the backbenchers, all of the aides, all of those guys wield more power than the actual men that they work for. Funny how that is. All of the backroom deals that get done aren't being done by senators and governors and shit like that. It's all being done by the aides and assistants and lawyers and all that kind of shit. Those are the people with the true power. My personal opinion is that it's never one person running things. It's probably a collection of people all working in their own interest, and sometimes they work together. Not bad, not a bad thought at all. I agree. But the sad part of what you've said there, and I agree with what you're saying, but it's sad, is that everybody's working in their own interest, Trout. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, each politician is working in his own interest. The minute a politician gets elected into a position, the clock starts ticking, and that fucker's already thinking about how he's going to win the next one to keep himself in that position. He hasn't made a law, he hasn't done a goddamn thing, but he's already thinking about what he's going to do to keep himself in that position. That's sad. And it's usually in his own best interest. Again, Trout, here's an example as well. Okay. Look at any of the politicians in Canada or the United States. Okay. Look at their net worth when they came into power. And then look at their net worth. Look at their net worth when they left. Oops, hold on, sorry. Look at their net worth when they left politics. When they leave politics. Look at their net worth. Okay, so you telling me that you came into politics, your net worth might have been $1.5 million. 8 years later, you're leaving politics and your net worth is $25 million. What the hell was the name of that senator? The fuck was his name? He called a bunch of them out. It was on TV. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But I know that at least somebody in here knows who the fuck I'm talking about. Right? He called it out. These certain politicians, why is it that you're coming in and your net worth is 1.5 million, but 8 years, 9 years, 10 years later, you're worth $25 million? Where did that money come from? That's not good investing. You didn't go get yourself a good you didn't run down to an easy loan and use the investment broker down there and do real well. Lord of the Pancakes. Oh, let's highlight this one. This one's good. Let's see. Tough guy behind the phone screen, ain't you? Let's see you put your money where your mouth is. Where's that come from? Where's that come from? Tough guy. I'm a tough guy. What have I done what have I done sitting here that would imply to you that I'm a tough guy sitting behind a phone screen? What is it, Lord of the Pancakes? Have I issued a challenge to fight you? Did I issue a challenge? Say, hey, come on, Lord of the Pancakes, let's go throw hands? Have I done that? Put your money where your mouth is, hotshot? Okay. What is it you want here? What is it you're asking? Lord of the Pancakes is getting creative. I think you're wrong because you have not logically justified your claim that Obama is running the country. Look at True Blue. It's not. I said what I said, okay? And I will stand behind it. Because this was an impromptu thing that I've put together here. I don't have a list of, people, places, things and quotes of who said exactly what. But I am entitled to take what I've seen and who they've said it and pass either information on or shut it down. Now, if you follow True Blue, now I'm thinking maybe that you do. With a title like yours, True Blue, I don't know, are you Democrat? With a True Blue name, Democrat? Okay. If you follow the leadership, if you follow what goes on behind the scenes, if you follow, watch what I say here, because obviously I don't want to, well, what do I care if I fucking piss people off? If basically, if you use your fucking brains and use some common sense, common sense will actually take you a long way. Use your brain and use some common sense and do some homework. Don't be so easily led. Don't be a sheep. Question the people that are in power and above you and below you and around you, and look around and see what's going on. If you can't see where they've had Michelle Obama and the speeches that she's been giving, the places that she's been giving them, the people that she's been talking to, all of the things that they've had her doing over the last 2.5 to 3 years. If you don't see that as a setup for the moving up the steps, the political steps to the White House, you're fucking blind. You're fucking blind. I know jack shit. He's married to aw shit, and they have twins, dip shit and deep shit. And he has a sister of oh shit. Politics is a monetization of diversity, and that's all that needed to be understood. Okay. What makes you think Michelle wants anything to do with running? Aren't you really explaining why you believe what you are saying? Lisa, no. Look at what Michelle's been doing. Go follow her Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, her fucking, go follow and see what she's been doing and where she's been doing it. And who she's been doing it to and with. And then ask her if she has a penis. The Allen Group meets every July. They call the shots. I don't know about that. Drew, I don't. Trump. Okay. Brian is the masturbator. Once or twice a day. Look what our shithouse leaders doing. Fuck Starmer, jailing people who hate their country being trampled. That's happening in Canada. It's a tough bait right now in Canada. At least in the U.S., you still have your right to freedom of speech, and you can say whatever you want without the fear of, a cop or somebody showing up at your door and arresting you because you said something that is not on a political point. It's not on political point and is not politically favorable. In Canada, we do have to be careful. I really do. You really do. You can seriously get yourself in shit in Canada by saying the wrong fucking thing. We've got people here that have just been arrested just because they don't agree with the Trudeau government. They don't agree with what he is or what he says or how he says it. And we've got YouTube streamers up here that have had their channels and had shit taken down and threatened and demonetized, and because of what they're saying about Trudeau. I myself personally, I don't give a flying fuck about Trudeau. Right? I've said what I said about Trudeau. I stand behind it. Right? I truly do. Trudeau needs to leave. He needs to take Chrystia Freeland, the deputy prime minister. He needs to take her with him. He needs to get back on her broom and fuck off out of town. Sorry, I don't know why this keeps slipping. My apologies. Yeah, that's a fucking clue why it's doing that. Hold on 1 second. Let's try this. Maybe this will work a little better. There we go. Sorry, guys. Tolga is an international man of mystery. Tolga, well, I don't know what Tolga is. Okay, so I am 16,000 years behind in comments. Let's just quickly. Not subscribing to your communist ideology, Lisa? Okay. Tolga is not a robot. Oh, yes, he is. You like my beard? Okay. People that just call you names like that aren't going to do it from an account. You can't find them from calling names as childish. Jersey Mike. Hey, you know what? I got no problem. Biden is the biggest reason Iraq happened. There's a lot of reasons Iraq happened. Come on, guys. A lot of that came out. Trudeau equals Kamala. Yeah, they're one and the same party. Sorry, I am just really quickly because otherwise I'm going to be here all fucking day. You can spew out all this propaganda and then resort to threats all you'd like. Who have I threatened, Pancake? Who have I threatened? I haven't threatened anybody. As far as I know, I haven't threatened anybody. I'm afraid for what happened no matter what. I'm afraid what Trump will do if he loses. I'm afraid what either will do when they win. We are screwed either way, guys. Now that's somewhere very interesting. I'm just sorry. I'm trying to figure out who I threatened. Believe me, if I threatened you, you'll know I threatened you. Okay. I don't have to, I won't hide behind a screen to do it. Lisa and Pancake are fighting. Okay, well, let them go at it. Anybody putting any odds out on who's going to win that fight? Let me know. I got a 20 and burning a hole in my pocket. Rig Pig says women are sexy, so I'm thinking Lisa's going to win the fight then. Andy, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Brian. My favorite fuzzy faced gnome. Atta boy. Ladies, just follow me to the Island Bar. I promise it'll be more fun than politics. Yeah. The problem is if you follow him to the Island Bar, there's no guarantee you're coming back from the Island Bar. You won't be walking back. I promise you that. Lisa, you said Americans were screwed either way after the election. So in which specific way were you planning on harming Americans? I think Lord of the Pancakes, man. I think you're out looking for something. What is it you're looking for? What is it you're trying to find? Be aware, don't be gullible, and common sense doesn't exist in this country. It can't because people live differently. Avril, you know what? Some of that is true, but it's not all true. Okay? Common sense still does stand true. Common sense does. It is just something, unfortunately, that the generations have stopped using, the younger generations. Now, if you're a younger generation, I'm not saying this to insult you. Okay. The problem we've got is that with the younger generations, technology, your electronic devices, technology, the internet, all of that has taken the place of common sense. People have stopped relying on common sense and gut instinct, and they've relied now upon electronics and upon the internet and Google. And Google is everybody's common sense. That is the problem. If people would just get off their goddamn devices, if people would start thinking for themselves, using common sense, what is right and what is wrong? It's inbred right into you. Right and wrong is already in you. You already know the answer. If you're choosing the wrong answer, it's because you're getting wrong information from somebody else or somewhere else or from another platform, another whatever. But if you know that it's right, if there's a decision to be made, 99% of the time, you know what the right decision is. If you choose the wrong decision, you instantly know because you get a gut feeling. I didn't make the right call on that. That's called common sense. Unfortunately, not enough common sense is being used these days. Why? Because people have forgone their common sense and given it away for free in replacement for technology. The internet is the biggest source of the lack of common sense. It really is. Be aware. I agree. I absolutely agree. Be aware of your surroundings, people, places, and things at all times. Don't be gullible. That's not always easy. Again, it's hard not to be gullible without common sense. Right? Politics itself is a huge distraction to make you think we have a choice. Leaders are picked years before we put them in. That's a good point. Listen to Tom Woods and the Duran. That's all you got to know. I don't know what that is. It's not Michelle. It's all the people above her that want to puppet her. red, white, and blue politics, you're walking down the right road. You're walking down the right road. Uh-oh, Humberto's got one. I don't know what he's got. And I don't appreciate you calling me monkey either. I think it's offensive. Who the fuck called you a monkey? Dude. Did somebody call Lord of Pancakes a monkey? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody call Lord a monkey? Lord, did anybody call Lord a monkey a pancake? As a kid of immigrants living in New Jersey, I can't wait for Trump to send these hood rat illegals out of this country. You guys got your problems down there with your immigration. You really do. Our system in Canada is broke. Yours is blown to shit. Okay? It really is. I, as a Canadian, could get immigration status into the United States faster and easier than I can get immigration status into my own fucking country. That's how broken you guys are. Sorry. Polyev all the way. Hittercuck? Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. Let's go with this, okay? Lisa O and Pancake or Buttercup or whatever you want to call yourself. Everybody that's going to argue about politics here, let's just stop for a second, okay? 1 second. Let's just stop for a minute. You guys quit fucking calling each other names and fucking around, all right? The next election in the United States, okay? In the next election of the United States, instead of picking the politician you like the most, I want you to pick the politician you dislike the least. You will pick a better politician. You will pick a better politician, I promise you. I need you to think about what I just said there. Don't pick the politician you like the most. Pick the politician you dislike the least. Think about that and apply that. I'm rolling around in cornmeal. Former CEO, hey, what you do to get your kicks is entirely up to you, man. I can tell you this, I've rolled around a lot worse than fucking cornmeal. What are your pronouns? My name is Brian. I am a proud father of 6 daughters. I am a proud husband of my wife, Darlene. I'm a proud fucking Canadian. Those are my pronouns. Fuck off. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Lord of Pancakes and Lisa are still good. We're just going to go by them. Biden convinced the Senate for the go ahead for war, buddy. Come on. Lisa, okay. Chicken Hawk's still working on Lisa. Lisa, I have a martini, a candle, Ben Wall balls, and baby oil with your name on it. I'd go. Lisa I happen to know him personally. He's got he owns his own private plane. He spends all his time down in the Florida Keys. He's very wealthy, independently wealthy, owns his own business, does quite well for himself. Lisa, if I had a vagina, I'd probably take a swing at it myself, but I just don't go that way. There's wires in your arms. There's wires in my arms? Not my arms, dude. Used to be needles in them, but not in a lot of years. Pancakes, you're trying really hard to make Lisa look argumentative for no reason. Well, I'm just going to leave them alone. Loch Ness, testosterone replacement is poisoning your brain. Testosterone replacement. Nice. What on God's green earth makes you think that I do testosterone replacement? Nothing wrong with being an alcoholic. Well, no, or a lesbian, right? Chicken Hawk, I can tell you right now, Chicken Hawk's a lesbian. So Lisa, you don't have to worry about that. He's got that covered. I'm not fighting with anyone. Pancakes is a troll saying that all doesn't make sense. You know what? You guys want to knock each other out? You go right ahead. Knock yourselves out. Have fun. Do it. I don't care. I don't care. Common sense isn't a thing. Well, it's not that it isn't a thing. It's something that you have. It's something that you were, it's been ingrained in you since the day you were born. You don't learn common sense. Baby Core, love you pancakes. There you go, pancakes. Got some love. There you go. We rely on distractions. A lot of people rely on distractions. A lot of countries, a lot of people in the country rely on distractions. The government is famous for distractions, right? They will start a war over here within their own country. They will bring up turmoil and unrest and unsettle. They will unsettle an entire region of their own country over here just so people don't see what they're fucking doing over here, right? It doesn't matter what government, what country you live in. They've been doing it. Canada, US, Great Britain, France, Germany. They all do it. So relying on hard facts instead of delusions. It's probably hard to come up with. It's hard. Your mom these days, it's hard to come up with what's a hard fact. Any hard fact that I can put forward, or your mom, any hard fact that you can put forward, I guarantee you there's 20 people in the fucking background right now that can debunk it. Hard fact or not. You can sit there and go, I've got proof and it's undisputable. There is no such thing in 2024 as indisputable proof anymore. The truth is what people want it to be. You can show me with 100% certainty. No, I'm not saying I do, but I'm just saying you can show me something with 100% certainty that this is 100% proof and this is 100% true. And at some point, somehow, some way or another, I can fucking debunk that, or I can find holes in it, pick holes in it, pull it apart, just like you guys can do with me. Just like you guys can do with me. Same thing. Pancake is a younger person with very little prospects in life. Should pity him, but probably already castrated himself. Hey, what you do with your own junk is entirely up with you. I like my junk. I ain't cutting mine off. My junk's pretty cool. Thank you, Trout. I'm not even arguing. Pancake is targeting me and trying to put words in my mouth. You know what? Don't play along, Lisa. Lisa, if you want to talk to me, talk to me. Fuck what Pancakes is doing, right? If that little cupcake is trying to put words in your mouth or whatever, you don't need to come into my chat and get into an argument with somebody else. If you want to argue with me, that's fine. Argue with me. It's my channel, right? I'll debate with you. I'll talk with you. I'll discuss with you. I'm not going to argue with you. That's not what I do, and that's not how I feel. But if you wanna do that, Lisa, come on, fuck what Cupcake or Pancake is doing. Don't worry about him. Either having a phone or not doesn't change misinformation. You're right, but having a phone or not will determine the speed in which that information travels. You can have misinformation or true information. Both of them are going to move at the same speed. They're going to move at one speed whether you have a phone, and they're going to move at another speed if you don't have a phone. Having the phone or having the technology or having the internet or having whatever will determine how fast that information or misinformation moves. Lachinessa? I don't have a clue what the hell you're talking about, JR. What's Lachinessa? If you had to guess, if I had your guess, either Gen Z or Gen Alpha. Keep guessing. We would have evolved a while ago if letting go of our devices was the answer. We weren't better before today. We're just getting worse at Wheelburner Express. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. It's funny. It's funny when you think about, for example, I don't know how old you are. And I'm not saying this is a matter, but in my day and age, when I was 10 years old, right, I got home from school, I did my homework, then I went out and played with my friends on the street. And we played until the street light came on, and then we had to come out for dinner. And then afterwards, we were allowed to go back out and play, right? And that's how we were raised. That's what we did. We interacted with other people, with our friends, not just one. We interacted with a community. Now, if you go back right now and you look at a 10-year-old today, what is that 10-year-old doing? What is its primary source of entertainment? Right there. Or a computer or an iPad, but it's somewhere or another, and they're plugged in, right? They're plugged in. Now think about that, right? Are we better today? Are the kids better today because they're sitting on the end of the couch plugged in with a fucking device? Where are their social skills? None. Right? Why do we have so many goddamn issues, or not so issues? Why do we have so many lettered fucking? We've got ADHD, ADHDP, NDHP. Like, what the fuck? Where the fuck were all of these when we were kids? Where were these when we were children? When I was a kid, we didn't have any of that. Why? We didn't have fucking 10-year-olds suffering with anxiety and needing anxiety meds. We didn't have that. Why? We were social. We were raised socially. We were raised to be what we are. We are social creatures. We are social beings. Right? That's why we didn't have anxiety and attention deficit disorder and all the way down the line. And they didn't medicate the fuck out. We didn't take anything more than a fucking Tylenol, for a headache. Look at today's generation. Look at a 10-year-old today and look at a 10-year-old back. Okay, so when I was 10, it would have been late 70s. So you look at the late 70s, a 10-year-old in the late 70s, and you look at a 10-year-old even going to the late 90s, and then look at a 10-year-old in 2025 or 2024. What does that tell you? What does that show you? Look at that. Like, I'm not making that up. That's just fact. Common sense should have told you to brush your teeth daily, yet here we are. Kaboom! Nice one, Loch Ness. Thank you. Trucking, exactly. Fucking brainwashed. Again, I'm so fucking behind. It's hard to have common sense with a government that raises us against each other. Again, I agree. Again. And what happened the last time we had enough, right? We had the convoy, right? The truck drivers had the convoy. And what did that do? That scared the government so fucking bad that they damn near came after us with everything. Well, they did come after us. I'm not going to say they damn near came. They did come after us. They came after us with invoked the Emergencies Act. They put us in jail. They froze our bank accounts. They took away they threatened our livelihood. They, smashed our trucks, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because they felt threatened. They felt threatened. Why? Because we were applying common sense. That's why. Smart people are hard to control. I agree with that. Kamala Harris is a laughing jackass. I can't disagree. But I'm not a racist, so nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody's saying anything. Yes, let's all stop and have a cocktail. Hey, go for it. Hey, I'm not arguing at all. I haven't called names. Look back through. Pancake jumped on me with stuff I didn't even say. Oh, Chicken Hawk's is Chicken Hawk's still here, Lisa. You may not want to use the words jumped on me with Chicken Hawk around. Sometimes he gets a little carried away, and just saying for your own personal safety. There's no good politician. System is fucked. Either be socialist or capitalist. You know, it's one of those you can't be. You can be socialist, capitalist, or what's your third option? Like you'd love to be able to sit there and go, I'm neither. Okay, then what are you then? Right? What are you then? I don't know. I'm asking you. And that's the problem. Y'all need to say, fuck politics. I agree. I didn't argue with politics. He started on me with stuff I don't even say. There you go. Don't worry about it, Lisa. Don't worry about it. Pancakes chose one comment. Okay. Humanity will always conflict itself. I don't know how to respond to that. Humanity will always conflict itself. I guess if you go back in history, you're 100% right. At some point or another, there's always a war being fought somewhere with people. I don't think I'm 54. I'll be 55 in a couple of months. And I don't think in 55 years of living, I can ever think of a time in my life where at some point or another, the entire globe has been at peace. I don't think it's ever happened. I don't think I can remember at a time where there's not been a war somewhere. So you know what? Humanity will always conflict itself. It will always be in conflict with itself, and it will always conflict itself. That's a very good point. If sexy is an airplane, If sex in an airplane is a mile high club, what do you call sex in outer space? Light year association? Putty Cat, that's not bad. You got to work on those. Your jokes have been getting a little lame these days, Putty Cat. I don't trust Russians on the internet because of one apple. Mark Vegas, I don't trust a lot of people on the internet. I really don't. You know what? Again, there's too many fucking. There are more scams on the internet now than there are legit deals. If you want a legit deal on something, go do it in person. Go make that deal in person. I was in, to put it this way, the bank that I bank with a few years ago took away interpersonal banking. You couldn't go into the bank and do your banking. Everything had to be done online, or it had to be done over the phone. And I switched banks because of that. I refuse, right? So now I'm with another bank that does do interpersonal banking. They have their branches are open, you can go in and do the bank. And I went in the bank last week, and I'm doing something with my business, and I'm making a few changes, and I got a couple things going on. And he said, the branch manager who I was talking to, he said, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to give you this card here. This is the such and such's email address and phone number. He's going to reach out and we can do all of this over the phone. And I stopped him and I went, no. I said, I will come to the bank and I will sit in his office and I will sit across the table from him and I will do business that way. I will not sit on a computer or on my phone and do business that way. I will not. I prefer the personal. I want to look at the person that I'm doing business with. I want to look the man in the eye. I want to shake his hand. I want to thank him. I want to talk to him. Any questions I have, I want to be able to ask him. And I want to see the responses on his face. I want to see his reactions. I want to see how he's dealing with me. This is my money. I don't need you, the bank. The bank needs me. I don't need the bank. I can take all my money and put it to fucking gold and stuff it under my mattress and probably get a much better return on it than the fucking bank will ever give me. So I don't need the bank. So if you want my business, you better come and do business with me. I want the personal bank. I don't trust the internet. The internet can be, well, anything can be hacked nowadays. Internet can be hacked. Bank accounts can be hacked. All of this can be hacked. There's fucking a bunch of Russian kids over there right now sitting in their parents' basement in their underwear hacking fucking 90% of the world right now. But if it's not the Russians, it's the Chinese. If it's not the Chinese, it's some fucking kid in India or Pakistan. Waffles are better. Waffles are better than what? Pancakes? I take very, very, very good care of my teeth. I always have. I'm starting to feel betrayed. Some people just have teeth issues. Bro, I don't have teeth. It's not that I didn't take care of my teeth. You fuck, man. Okay? It's not that I didn't take care of my fucking teeth. My father had the same issue, and my grandfather had the same issue. I've inherited a generic gum disease. Okay, by the time actually it didn't hit me until later in life. My father lost all of his teeth, like they literally started just falling out of his head. By the time he was in his late 30s, my grandfather before him, same thing. It's just a matter of now getting the new chiclets and the dentures and whatnot and getting hooked up. So, too many pedos to be playing outside. J Dog. I don't know where you live, man. Not where I live. Not where I live. You're young. If I'm old, that means you're too young. Yeah, but did you just struggle more than those kids? No. What did I struggle with? What did I struggle with? My math homework? No. You know what? I didn't have a computer to fucking do my homework for me. I had to fucking learn and do it. Geography? No. History? No. I didn't have it hard. Right? Growing up in my era, was it hard? Yeah, it was fucking hard because we had to learn. We didn't have Jesus Christ. You know what my version of the internet was? Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay, you had to go to the fucking library and look up an encyclopedia. Come on now. Carl, kids should be disciplined again. ADD started when ass whooping stopped. Oh, dude, I agree. I so agree. Kids were medicated with drugs for ADHD for years. Not when I was a kid. I think it depends on the environments. I live in a rural town and kids are always running around outside. Well, you know what? That's good. That's telling you that, it's not completely dead. It's not a completely dead society that we're relying upon our devices to take care of and raise our children. Right. And that's, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm partially guilty of that. You know what? I'm partially guilty of that. As my kids got older, when they were younger, it was almost easier. Like the two oldest kids didn't really fall into it, but the three younger ones especially, they did fall. It was almost easier to get them a device and say, okay, here, just be quiet. We didn't have to raise our kids. Why? Because the device was doing it for them. That's cool, Lisa. Like our childhood times. Yeah. My bad. I see it as a spam. That's all, bro. We all have problems. Dude, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what country you're in. It doesn't matter what political party you belong to. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what your fucking pronouns are. You're going to have problems. You are going to have fucking problems. If you are walking through life today and you can honestly go, I don't have a single problem in the world, I'm calling bullshit on that. Everybody's got a problem somewhere. How we deal with it, what we do to deal with it, how we deal with it, and how we project ourselves as we're dealing with it is what will make you up as a person. That's called character. Right? Your character is what you are and who you are as a person, as a man or a woman. It's your character. That is what is projected out into the world. What kind of character do you have? What kind of weight does your name carry? What kind of weight does your character carry? Do you have a good name? When somebody thinks about Humberto, do they think Humberto, he's a cheat, a liar, a thief, a prick, a this? Or do they think Humberto, he's a good man, he works hard, he takes care of his family, he loves his wife and children, he's a good guy to his community, he's an active member of his community? What does your character say about you? When I think of Humberto, I think Humberto is a good man. He's a smart man. He's generous. He's kind. He swears too much, but fucking don't we all? But that's what I think of. Okay. When people think of you and they think of your character, well, how did you become that person? What makes your character? Your life, the way you were raised, the way you learned, what was instilled in you in morals and values. That is what makes you as a person. That's what gives you your character. I'm not making that up. I can certainly say for 2-4, okay, 2-4 is beer. It's all about the beer and the weed. 2-4 is beer and weed and good character. There you go. Dar is back. Do you think both is in that's running for the president are acting childish? Charles, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter if it was Trump. It wouldn't matter who it was, or if it was Harris, or yes. To answer your question, yes. The off comment childish bullshit and name calling that's going on right now is unheard of. Right? They're acting like a 5-year-old while the cameras are rolling and 5 million people are watching. Come on. Try projecting yourself, especially as a politician. Try projecting yourself and your party as what you think the people want you to be, and giving them what they want, instead of fucking running the other party's dick into the dirt. Boost yourself up, bring yourself up, and the people around you, bring them up, and go to work for your country and try to build yourself a better country, instead of spending, if you've got 10 bullets in your gun, you got 9 of them you're pointing at the other party, trying to kill the other party. All political parties in both US and Canada are an embarrassment. Agreed. Tolga, yeah, I think it's probably harder for kids to go outside and play in cities and stuff these days. It's not safe to just go around as kids in some places. Hey, you know what, Lisa? I agree with that. Okay, I do. Where I live right now, it's safe for kids to go outside. You know, I don't have young kids anymore. Like, my oldest kid is 33. My youngest kid is 23. Right? So my kids are all grown up. But if I had young kids right now, my kids where I live in Alberta, my kids could go outside. They could come home, do their homework, go outside, and they could play on the street, play hockey, do this, do that, and they're safe, right, where I live. Could you necessarily do that in certain areas of Detroit or Queens or Bronx or Harlem, Atlanta? Fuck no. I'm not saying as in general that everybody should do this. You know, obviously there's going to be where, you know, your demographics of where you live, the geography of where you live will determine some of that as well. But, you know, for the most part, yeah. Karen Manthorm. Hey, Brian, Dar in chat. Good to see you, Karen. Dar, did you scare the Dar? You did scare the shit out of me with that pic. I just woke up and shit. That's what? Dar, what pictures are you sending Humberto? If you're sending him the same boob shots you sent me, I'm gonna be a little pissed off. At least send him different pictures, boob shots. Don't send him the same boob shots. Make it original. Especially things like ADHD. It was unknown, undiagnosed, then overdiagnosed. But the funny thing, Trout, it was overdiagnosed overnight, right? We went from never hearing of what this is, or never hearing this ADHD, anything of these sorts, to hearing, not only hearing about it, but hearing, like, basically over-diagnosing it, right, overnight. There's no gray area. It was not here, then not here, then all of a sudden, bang, it's here. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, it's horrible. Why, Trout? Why? Why? Because somebody somewhere made a pill for it. And once that pill or these medications became more and more readily available, and they were diagnosed, and they started getting pushed, and they started getting crammed down these kids' throats, Big Pharma got involved. Now ADHD. ADHD today is not so much a disease, or it's not so much a diagnosis. Know what it is? It's a business plan. It's a business plan. Mr. HT Jet. America is ran by people who work for the elites. I do not disagree. Absolutely agree. Tolga, I haven't watched the other countries' politics, but I'll take your word for it. Sorry, I'm skipping some comments here, guys. I apologize. Otherwise, I'll be here till midnight, and you know what? I got to go to work at some point tomorrow. I got to go to work at 1:00 tomorrow morning. So there was peace on earth when Adam walked the earth. Then God fucked it up by creating Eve. Damn sick joke. Ross, it's actually kind of funny. You know, it's kind of funny. Bobby Core, I feel better, Karen. There you go. If I was on a boat named the Internet, would you trust me? Fuck no, I'd sink your ass. I'd sink the boat, sorry. Common sense has been replaced by popular sense. The world is screwed. Enjoy the decline. Well said. Common sense is now the popular consensus. What is the popular consensus? And that is what people are going to do. And what is that? That's being led. You're being led, people, through the little ocean of life. And I say you, but I include myself in that. We're all being led. Sheep. Yeah, unfortunately, these days, the phone or fucking computer, live chat. I'm also refusing that stupid online phone shit. No, dude, I won't do it. I got the like button pregnant. Oh, I told you, man, you're supposed to clean it after you do that on there. Yeah, Darf figured. Tolga, I agree. I don't think the kids are to blame. I don't have a safe place to go outside. That isn't their. If they don't have a safe place to go outside, that isn't their fault. Maybe playing games in the is the only thing they have to occupy their time safely. Again, Lisa, you are 100% correct in that statement. Okay, demographics of where you live does make a difference. If you're living, like I said, in downtown Detroit, no, you're not sending your kids out to play in the street, right? You are probably going to, okay, at some point they're going to have a phone or a device, but maybe instead of letting them sit there in the corner and fuck around on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, there are avenues from which a device can become an educational tool. There are ways to use these for good. Do the parents necessarily do that? I can't say, yeah, they do. I can't say, no, they don't. Everyone's saying, hit the like button. If everybody in here is saying, hit the like button, say, hit the goddamn like button. What are you people thinking about? Hit that like button. There we go. Hold on here. There we go. Sorry, just got to take a look at something here. Quickly, very quickly. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Such a lame excuse not to go outside. Well, Bobby, I don't know. Hold on. What was the lame excuse not to go outside? What? That there's
people walking around with guns, knives, pedos. You know, I'm not going to be too quick to send my 10-year-old out to play in that. But, you know, if you live, depends, like, again, it depends on where you live. Humberto, one day you will spell his name correctly. One day he will. One day he will. But until he does, it's okay, Dar. I'm good with that. Lisa, oh, absolutely, ma'am. Unfortunately, the world is changing, and they are also shaping on it automatically. Hey, Brian, I am a bit younger than you, and I have dentures. My pregnancies killed my teeth in my 30s, plus teeth clenching and other things. Well, then you know what I'm talking about. Just because someone loses their teeth doesn't mean they didn't take good care of them. That's a good point. That's a good point. And on the other hand, I will say, and honestly, Lisa, as a truck driver and somebody that trucks, it's not exactly, truck drivers are not exactly known for the best oral hygiene. Could I have probably brushed my teeth and taken a little bit better care? Sure. But would it have made a difference? No, they were going to fall out anyway. So that's just the way it is. Yeah, we had pagers. You remember that? Remember those days? Remember the days, 2-4, you'd be sitting around at the bar and you'd be sitting around with 8 or 9 of your boys and shit would be having fun. And one pager would go off and you'd see 8 guys go like this. Right? 8 guys would all go, like that. And then one of you would come up with one guy would come up with oh, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Who's got a quarter? Actually, back then it was a dime for a payphone, right? Because we didn't have cell phones, right? Who's got a dime? You got to grab your dime, go to the payphone. Oh, that's fucking funny. How did someone predict the whole teeth thing? They didn't predict jack shit on my teeth. I knew it was going to happen because I knew I was. And the funny thing is, my brother, it didn't affect I got a younger brother, and it has not affected him. It has not affected him one bit. He's got a full mouth. He's 3 years younger than I am. He's got a full mouth of teeth, and they are perfect. Absolutely perfect. My father, gone. Grandfather, gone. Me, gone. My brother, good. So I'm kind of watching my kids as they get older, right? And we're watching my brothers. My brother's got 2 kids as well, so we'll see. You're always on a loser with money in the bank. The return on it, interest, will never match inflation. Gold is a store of value, real money. I absolutely agree with you, man. I absolutely agree with you. Gold and silver seem to be the better investment right now. And like I said, Robert, I can go to the fucking bank and I can drop $100,000 into the bank and I can do some of this, but the return on my investment is jack fucking shit compared to I can go buy $100,000 worth of gold, stuff it under my fucking mattress and forget about it. And the return on that gold will be much, much better than what my return on the bank would be. And people at the bank that are dealing with my money got their hands on my money as well. Gold is sitting in my mattress. ADHD means there is nerves in your brain that are too small or constricted, and the ADHD medication just opens them up. Avril, if that be the case, then what did we have 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago? ADHD didn't just fucking appear overnight. It didn't just show up in 1995, right? What did they do with it? What did kids, when I was a kid that had ADHD, it wasn't diagnosed as ADHD and there wasn't a medication. Those kids were, what they were called? The kid, look at that little fucker over there. He's a little hyper. That's it. They weren't treated any differently and they weren't medicated to the point where they were fucking brain dead, right? Until they were mushrooms up here. There are also genetic reasons behind of the most of the issues, as my doctor said. One of her patients had really soft teeth, and they even look like white cheese. Ooh, that'd be pretty gross. Honest, Brian, I really did think it was Brian. Why don't you told me before? Dar told you like 40 times. Don't worry about it, Humberto. Don't worry about it. Back when I was a kid, there was no electronic devices. We had to play with our own joystick. Hey, exactly, right? Exactly. We back then, and I'm not saying just me, I would probably put, say, my older kids, the ones that are in their 30s, and maybe the generation of the 30s up to the 40-year-olds. Those kids there had a more of a traditional upbringing. I call it traditional, but compared to what it is today, upbringing, where they were applying their everyday thoughts, reasons, and abilities, and learning, um, and being social. Whereas today they don't. Right? Today they don't. Chicken Hawk, you and I are within a few years of each other, so the way we were raised was probably very much the same. Very much the same. It was impressed on us to go and play, go and be social, go and do what kids do. Go play baseball, go play hockey, go play fucking whatever. Go hang out, go hang out in the mud pit, go hang out, whatever. It was never, not today, where it's automatically applied that, the kids do their homework, then they go upstairs and they sit on their fucking devices. They go downstairs, eat dinner, then they go play on their computer because they're plugged in and they're talking to 200 people. And then at the end of the week, that kid is going, I've got 200 friends. Or they look at their Facebook pages and they fool themselves thinking, how many friends do I have on Facebook? I've got 1,000 friends. Like, fuck you do. Like, fuck you do. When I was a kid, I had 10 friends and they all lived on my street. As an adult today, I probably have 5 friends. I have 1,000 acquaintances, 1,000 people that I know, but I might have 5, 6 people who I call friends. You ask a kid you ask a fucking 15-year-old today, how many friends do you got? Oh, I got 1,000 friends. No, you don't. I guarantee you don't. If you left your house and you got on your fucking scooter and you had to go to your friend's house, how far do you have to go to your friend's house? Just because he's a friend of yours online, his status says friend, doesn't mean he's your friend. Riding on, Ruby, good to see you. Thanks for popping in, hanging with us. I'm getting ready to wind this down. I've got to actually take all my laundry, which I folded earlier, and put it away and go back out to the truck and put it away and get some dinner ready. I am hungry, so we're going to take care of some of that. But let's see if I can just get through a few more comments here. Mark Vegas, okay, I literally just subscribed. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. No, Brian, nothing is about that. Haha. Okay. What if people hate on your character? That's for people. You know what, Zoe? That's for them. That's for them. Whether you like me or you hate me or whether you fuck, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Unless you're physically threatening to hurt me, I don't give a flying fuck what you think of me. It's not important in my life that you like me. The next generation, it's all they care about. It's all they care about. I have to be liked and loved by everyone. I could care fucking less, though, whether anybody likes me. I would like you. It'd be nice if, people did like you. That's always nice to have. I would rather you respect me than like me. There are people that I don't like, but I do respect them. Big difference, right? But if they hate on your character, if they're hating something about you, chances are it's something about themselves that they don't like either, right? When they're pointing a finger, like, here, look at me, I'm pointing my finger at you. If there's something about you, Zoe, that I don't like, and I'm going to hate on your character, I point one finger at you. There's 3 more pointing back at me. Remember that. If somebody's hating on you and somebody's hating on your character, chances are there's something about you that they don't like about themselves, and you're making it obvious to them. Taking somebody out of their comfort zone, I enjoy doing that. I also enjoy being taken out of my comfort zone. I don't fear that. I don't fear the unknown. I don't fear something new. I don't fear that. I'm not afraid to go do something that's not within my comfort zone. I just don't. Sorry, again, I'm so far behind. What is, I think all sorts. No flirting here. Oh God, Mark, flirt away. Kitty craze with Dara is my wife. If she's flirting, everybody, she's fair. Humberto's actually taking her out for dinner next Tuesday. No flirting. It's all good. Ross, DM me. Too much bread, Humberto. Okay, riding on Ruby. I agree 100% wheel burner. Well, at least somebody agreed with me today. Didn't call me stupid. Thanks for not calling me stupid. Bullpen. Oh, look at that. Bullpen. Ooh, that'd be a name, eh? Spit that one out. Seriously though, is anyone worried about what might happen if Trump loses after what? Yeah, there's going to be some things people need to worry about. If you think that if Trump loses this election, if you think it's just going to go, he's going to go away quietly, or his people or his following are going to go away quietly, you're wrong. You don't need to be a goddamn genius to see that. There's going to be some rioting. There's going to be some problems. There's going to be some civil unrest. That's going to happen. I hate to be that. Oh, he's still way back in the chat. Yeah. Uriah Anderson dropped $4.99. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very, very much. Coke fucks up a lot of people's teeth, but not all. Well, it depends. Yeah, it also hurts your fucking nose. Tyrannus, good to see you. Thank you. In gold we trust. I believe that. Holy fuck, am I that really fucking far behind? They were called retarded. Tyrannus, you're right. Back in those days, the kid was just either hyper or it's like, oh my God, he's fucking retarded. Uriah loves mushrooms. All right. Teeth are like friends. If you don't take care of them, they'll leave you. Well, mine ran for their life. Mine just fell out. I've lost some teeth. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, I guess. Yeah. Nick, yeah, no one plays baseball or football or anything. Way over generals the child experience. That's a fact. As I said at the computer yelling. Yeah, that's a very good point, Nick. 660. I think he was being sarcastic, but he actually had a good point. He actually had a good point. Give a shout out to the what? Yankees for a win in the World Series. We need it. Uriah, you know what? I'll be honest with you, man. I have not watched baseball. I hate to say it, but the last couple of years, I have not followed baseball at all. I have not. I will start following again probably next season. I have just had one of those years where I've had so many ups and so many downs and so many things between the eye surgeries that I've had, the blood clots, the other surgeries, the other problems and things that have just gone on in my life. I used to be a huge UFC follower, a huge MLB, like Major League Baseball follower. I used to, a lot of and I just have not. I got away from all of it. Life, man, life. Don't point at me. Okay, Ross, no pointing at you. Trump 2024. If you want more money in your wallet, Democrats started the KKK. Republicans gave blacks the right to vote and freed the slaves. Google it. Trump 2024. Okay, Mr. Pilot. I'm not Googling that. We'll take your word for it. I'm Muslim. I wish peace for everybody. Well, you know what, brother? You're welcome here. I don't care what religion you are. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you're Catholic, Muslim, Jewish. It makes no difference to me. You're welcome to be here. You're welcome to say what you want. Just try to be respectful is all I say. And try not to get into a fight with Lisa O. All Humberto does is piss me off. If Trump loses, it will be like the end of the world. It may be. If Trump loses, we'll finally get Biden and Trump playing Minecraft. Esports are very safe. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to wear a helmet for that there, Ross. Right? No helmet required for esports. Although there's going to be some liberal diptard somewhere that's going to make their kids sit on the couch with their helmet on. Dar for 2028. Got my vote. Glad I got a piece of home while I'm on the road. Uriah, glad you're here, man. Thanks for hanging with us, man. Check out Bare Knuckle Fighting BKF. I can do that. Why 2028, 2-4? Because you don't even have the hope for 2024 anymore? No. Well, the Canadians, our next election is, well, the two things are going to happen. Either there's going to be a no confidence vote and coming through, and there's going to be an election before Christmas this year, at which point Trudeau and his cabinet and people are going to have to run for their lives. Or it's going to go till next year when it's due to happen, right, in 2025. I'm hoping that it actually happens sooner. I don't want there to be a 2025 election. It gives the Liberals too much time to recover. Right now, they're in a shaken state. Poilievre has them where he needs them, okay? And that's all I'm going to say. Next Canadian is next October. Is it October? I think it's August or July, isn't it? You could be right, Humberto. You could be right. This rally at MSG is freaking wild. It's packed and can't tell you how many outside watching on screen, but over. No kidding. Over 1 million watching online. That's fantastic. I hope as now and Trudeau leaves, he needs to get lost. Oh, he needs to take a fucking walk off a short pier is what he needs to do. He really does. Sick bastard, the man. The man last night. Man, that was a hell of a job you did there, Eric, last night. That was excellent job you did last night with broadcasting. You were sitting on, I think you were rebroadcasting, or you were on Motos Live, but you were showing what was going on down at the Forgotten Angels and the bike giveaways. Really well done, bastard. Really well done. Thank you very much. The volume sucked, but there's nothing you could do about that. And we understood that. We really did. I want to say thank you, Eric, for what you did. And Buck as well. The drive that we did and the money that we raised for them was fantastic. And the way that you guys put that out there and made us look good, I appreciate that. I really did. Vote Republican. They may not be perfect, but the other side is insane. Tyrannus, that is exactly what I say, son. Don't vote for the fucking politics or the politician or the political party that you like the most. Vote for the one that you dislike the least. I don't love the Republicans, but I dislike them a lot less than I fucking dislike the fucking Democrats. Okay, there you go. Karina Thomas, a.k.a. Triple Hot Mess. Hey, Wheelburner Express. How the hell are you doing, baby? Good to see you. I cannot say enough about Buck. Oh, yeah, Buck is a man of the hour. Buck Brown, man of the hour. Man of the hour. Gives away 5 bikes. And, he went down, and he was talking to me earlier in the week, but he went down, and I didn't ask him to do this. He just did it, but he really represented us well. The little clan and the little thing that we did with that shaving the beards and the charity drive, we raised $12,000, over $12,000. Buck went down and represented us very well. And I owe him a huge debt of gratitude. And same with you, Eric. Thank you very much for what you did. You made us look good. Whether you realize it or not, you did. And I want to thank you for it, man. Really, I do. Yeah, it was over 12,000. I think it was 12,600 and change. whatever it was. I think Mr. B's got the. I should know the number. I just don't know. But I think it's 12,600. Mr. B's knows. It's always the ones who lost the most that give the most. God bless Buck. Agreed. What Buck is shown the top level of unselfishness. Okay. There is an unselfish man. A man that is lost to the depths and the limits that he has lost in love and life, and yet he has come back a year later through generosity and love of his own and done what he's done with the donations that he's given and the people that he's helped. It can't be, you can't teach that, and you can't take away from that. And that's why I love him. I got nothing else. I can't say nothing else because I would just fuck it up. So that's why I love him. $12,675. There you go. Not bad. I don't remember the fraction, but it was definitely 12,000. It brings me to tears, the amount of selfless love that man has. No, bastard, absolutely correct. I agree. Absolutely agree. You could phone the guy and ask him for fucking $20 and he'd send you 50. Just the way he is. No, I'm not saying everybody phone Buck and ask him for $20. But I'm just saying that's just the type of unselfish man he is. Fair is fair. Mark Vegas, fair is fair. Agreed. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had what, about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 15, whatever we got here. Like I said, I'm going to take my laundry now. I'm going to go make myself something to eat. And I've got, what time is it? 5:30. I got to probably go to bed around 6:37 because I'm getting up at about 1:30 to go to work tomorrow morning. So you know what, man? With that, I'm going to call it a night. I'm calling him now, asking for 10 grand, and we'll expect 10,000. All right, you give that a try. Let me know how that works out for you there, Umberto. Anyway, with that, guys, you know what? I'm out of here. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the chats. Thanks for the comebacks. Thanks for coming back. If you don't like what I'm saying, I agree. I agree with your right to not agree with me. If you don't like what I'm saying, but tell me why you don't like it. Chirping off calling me an idiot, you have the right to do that. That's fine. But tell me why you think I'm an idiot. I'm good with that. Anyway, with that, I'm fucking out of here. I'll see you guys down the road. I hate they put the button right there. Later.